e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, knight takes e5, d6, knight f3, knight takes e4, d4, d5, bishop d3, bishop d6, castle kingside, castle kingside, c4, c6, queen c2, h6, rook e1, bishop e6, c takes d5, c takes d5, bishop takes e4, d takes e4, queen takes e4, bishop d5, queen g4, queen d7, queen takes d7, knight takes d7, knight c3, bishop takes f3, g takes f3, bishop b4, king f1, knight b6, bishop e3, rook a c8, rook ec1, bishop takes c3, rook takes c3, knight d5, rook c5, rook cd8, rook a c1, rook fe8, king e2, king h7, a3, knight f4 check, king d2, knight e6, rook 5 c4, b5, rook 4 c3, knight takes d4, bishop takes d4, rook takes d4 check, rook d3, rook h4, rook e3, rook d8 check, king e2, rook d7, rook c5, a6, rook c6, rook a7, rook ec3, rook takes h2, rook c7, rook takes c7, rook takes c7, rook h1, rook takes f7, rook b1, rook a7, rook takes b2 check, king f1, rook b3, rook takes a6, rook takes f3, a4, b takes a4, rook takes a4, g5, king g2, rook f6, king g3, h5, f4, g4, rook a5, rook h6, King h4. King g6. Rook a6.
check,
King g7. Rook a7.
check,
King f8. f5. Rook f6. King takes h5. Rook takes f5.
check,
King takes g4. Rook f7. Rook takes f7.
check,
King takes f7.